So agroclimatic zone. So Planning Commission has divided whole India into 15 agroclimatic zone based on homogeneity in rainfall, temperature, topography, farming system and cropping as well as water resource. These all are the 15 agroclimatic zone in which our whole state lies. First one, Western Himalaya region. It's cover Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, and some hilly region of Uttarakhand as well as Uttar Pradesh. Their topography and temperature saw great variation in this region. Like average temperature in July ranges between 5 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius. And in January, it ranges between 5 degrees Celsius to minus 5 degrees Celsius. Their annual rainfall varies between 75 centimeter to 150 centimeter. This region also supports horticulture, like especially apple orchard and other temperate fruits like peach, apricot, pear, cherry, almond, lychee, walnuts, etc. This region is also suitable for saffron cultivation. The main problem of this region is poor accessibility, soil erosion also, landslides, improper weather condition, and inadequacy of market and storage facility. So coming to the second one is the Eastern Himalaya region. It's include Arunachal Pradesh, the hill of Assam, Sikkim, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura, and some part of Darjeeling district of West Bengal. Their topography is rugged. Temperature varies between 25 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius in July and between 10 degrees Celsius to 20 degrees Celsius in January. Average rainfall is between 200 to 400 centimeter. The main crop of this region is rice, maize, potato, and tea. So third one, Lower Gangetic Plain region. West Bengal, except hilly region, comes under this, and eastern Bihar and the Brahmaputra Valley lie in this region. Average rainfall lies between 100 centimeter to 200 centimeter, and temperature in July varies from 26 degrees Celsius to 41 degrees Celsius, and in January it's 9 degrees Celsius to 24 degrees Celsius. This region has adequate storage of water with high water table. Rice is the main crop with at least yield of 3 successive year in a year. Jute, maize, potato and pulses are some other crop of this region. The Middle Gangetic Plain region include largest part of Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. The average temperature in July vary from 26 degrees Celsius to 41 degrees Celsius, and in January it's lie between 9 degrees Celsius to 24 degrees Celsius. Their average rainfall is lie between 100 centimeter to 200 centimeter. It is a fertile alluvial plain drained by the Ganga River. Paddy, maize, millet in Kharif, wheat, gram, barley, peas, mustard, and potato in Rabi are important crop in this region. Alternative farming system and utilizing land for pisciculture are some measure to boost agriculture production in this region. And then coming to Upper Gangetic Plain region. In Upper Gangetic Plain region come the central and the western part of Uttar Pradesh and the Haridwar and Udhamnagar district of Uttarakhand. The climate of this region is subhumid continental with temperature lies between 26 degrees Celsius to 41 degrees Celsius in July, and in January it lies between 7 degrees Celsius to 23 degrees Celsius. Their average rainfall is 75 centimeter to 150 centimeter. Their soil is sandy loam in nature. The main source of irrigation in this region is canal, tube wells, and wells. And this is an incentive agriculture region where wheat, rice, sugarcane, millet, maize, gram, barley, oilseed, pulses, and cotton are the main crop of this region. Coming to the Trans-Ganga Plain region, this region is also called as Satluj Yamuna Plains because these two rivers lie under this region. This region extends over Punjab, Haryana, Chandigarh, Delhi, and some district like Ganganagar district of Rajasthan. Their region is semi-arid characteristic prevail, and with in July, its temperature is lies between 25 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius. On the other hand, in January, it lies between 10 degrees Celsius to 20 degrees Celsius. Their average rainfall varies between 65 centimeter to 125 centimeter. The soil is alluvial, which is highly productive. The main source of irrigation in this region is canal and tube wells and pumping set. Important crop of this region is wheat, sugarcane, cotton, rice, gram, maize, millet, pulses, and oilseed, etc. Coming to the eastern plateau and hills, this region includes the Chota Nagar Plateau extended over Jharkhand and Odisha as well as Chhattisgarh. This region enjoys 26 degrees Celsius to 34 degrees Celsius temperature in July. On the other hand, 10 degrees Celsius to 27 degrees Celsius in January, and its annual rainfall of 80 centimeter to 150 centimeter. Soils are red and yellow in nature. The region is deficient in water resources due to plateau structure and non-perennial streams. Rain-fed agriculture is practiced growing crop like rice, millet, maize, oilseed, ragi, gram, and potato. Now coming to the central plateau and hills. This region is spread over Bundelkhand, Bander Plateau, Malwa Plateau, and Vindhyachal Hills. The semi-arid climatic conditions prevail over the region with a temperature of 26 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius in July, whereas in January 7 degrees Celsius to 24 degrees Celsius. And their average rainfall is 50 centimeter to 100 centimeter. Soils are mixed like yellow, black, and red. There is scarcity of water. Crop grows are millet, wheat, gram, oilseed, cotton, and sunflower. So coming to the western plateau and hills. This region comprises southern part of Malwa Plateau and Deccan Plateau. This is a region of black soil with in July temperature 24 degrees Celsius and 41 degrees Celsius. And in January temperature lies between 6 degrees Celsius to 23 degrees Celsius. And their average rainfall of 25 centimeter to 75 centimeter, which is less. So the main crop of this region is wheat, gram, millet, cotton, pulses, groundnut, and oilseed. While in the irrigated area, sugarcane, paddy, and wheat are also cultivated in some part. And also in some part, oranges, grapes, and bananas also cultivated in this region. Coming to the southern plateau and hills. This region falls in interior Deccan and include parts of southern Maharashtra, the greater parts of Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and Tamil Nadu uplands. Monthly temperature of July varies between 25 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius, and the mean temperature of in January is between 10 degrees Celsius to 20 degrees Celsius. Their average rainfall is 50 centimeter to 100 centimeter. In this area, dry zone agriculture where millets, oilseed, and pulses are grown. Coffee, tea, cardamom, and spices are grown along with hilly slope of Karnataka plateau. So coming to the eastern coastal plains and hills. This region includes some part of Andhra Pradesh as well as Odisha. The mean July temperature ranges between 25 degrees Celsius to 35 degrees Celsius. And whereas in January, the temperature lies between 20 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius. The average rainfall in this region lies between 75 centimeter to 150 centimeter. The main crop of this region is rice, jute, tobacco, sugarcane, maize, millet, groundnut, and oilseed. The soil are loamy and clay in nature, whereas soil are alluvial. Coming to the western coastal plains and ghats, extending over the Malabar and Konkan coastal plains. This region is humid, with the mean July temperature vary between 25 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius, whereas in January temperature lies between 18 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius. The mean annual rainfall is more than 200 centimeter in this region. The soil are laterite and coastal alluvial, and the major crop grown in this region is rice, coconut, oilseed, sugarcane, millet, pulses, and cotton. This region is also famous for plantation crop and spices which are raised along the hill slope of the Western Ghats. Now coming to the Gujarat plains and hills. This region includes the hills and plains of Kathiawar and the fertile valley of Mahi and Sabarmati rivers. It is an arid and semi-arid region with the mean July temperature of 30 degrees Celsius, and in January it lies between 20 to 25 degrees Celsius. The mean alluvial rainfall lies between 50 centimeter to 100 centimeter in this region. Soil are black in the plateau region, alluvium in coastal plains, and red and yellow soils in Jamnagar area. This region is best for cotton, rice, millet, oilseed, wheat, and tobacco. And oilseed producing region is very important in this region. Western dry region. This region extending over Rajasthan, west of Aravallis, and this region is erratic rainfall of an annual average of less than 25 centimeter. The desert climate further causes high evaporation and contrasting temperature of 28 degrees Celsius to 45 degrees Celsius in June and 5 degrees Celsius to 22 degrees Celsius in January. The major crop of this region is bajra, jowar, and moth in Kharif region, while in Rabi, the wheat and gram is best for this region. Livestock contribute greatly in this desert ecology. So coming to the last one, the island region. The island region include Andaman, Nicobar, Lakshadweep, which have typically equatorial climate. The soil vary from sandy along the coast to clayey loam in valley and lower slopes. The major crop of this region is rice, maize, millets, pulses, turmeric, okay, and near half of the cropped area is under coconut. The area covered with thick forest and agriculture is in the backward stage here in this region. So coming to the agrometeorology and importance, this meteorology is of two Greek words. Meteorology means above the earth's surface, and logy means indicating science. The branch of science deal with the atmosphere is known as meteorology. Like in lower temperature extending up to 20 kilometers from the earth's surface is where frequent physical process takes place. And meteorology is a combination of both physical and geographical meteorology. And it's a science utilize the principle to physics to study the behavior of air, and it's also concerned with the analysis of individual weather elements for a shortened period over a small area. It helps in planning cropping pattern system and also in selection of sowing date for optimum crop yield and cost effective ploughing, harrowing, weeding, etc. It's also helped to reduce loss of applied chemical and fertilizers. Metrology also deals with judicious irrigation of crops, efficient harvesting for all crops including like horticulture, agronomy, sericulture, etc. This will also help to reduce outbreak of pests and diseases. Their efficient management of soil, which is formed out of weather action. So thank you everyone for listening this presentation, and I hope you all will understand the topics which I covered. So happy learning.